Honorable mention. I think he's trying to say honorable. In the latest round of Patreon Megavotathon Extravaganza is Chris Cornell, Before We Disappear. We seem to be on a Chris Cornell pattern lately, but I don't think anyone who clicked on this video is going to mind. Speaking of honorable mentions, I hope you don't mind if I take just a moment to thank the following honorable people for signing up for the Patreon supporter of the Cause Club: Harrison Dodge, Greg DeLucia, and Alan Zisman. Thank you very, very, very much for your support. And if you would like to find out what that's all about, the link, of course, will be in the description. It's been a Donkey Kong shirt all along. Capo 3, G, followed by C, and every single time Chris Cornell makes the point of sus-4ing that C, so we should too. That means pinky finger on the D string, 3rd fret, and back off. Followed by A minor. Then here's a complicated sounding chord that's not that bad. It's F major 7 with an A in the bass. From baby F, leave the baby E string open. That's the major 7 part, and the A in the bass means we're strumming the open A string as well. Then C, then G, and again, every single time Chris Cornell hammered onto that A string 2nd fret in that last G. Here we go. G, C, A minor, special F chord, C, G. That's the verse. You do that twice. For the pre-chorus, the door in every cell line starts with B minor. And here's another complicated sounding chord, B minor 7 now with an A in the bass. All that means is open up that A string. You can put your pointer finger all the way down here to grab that E string 2nd fret, or it even sounds good if you leave it open. That's not what happens, but you can do that if you want. B minor, A in the bass, E minor, and either A or A7. Those two chords are musically interchangeable here. I'm going to play A7 because I like it. You play regular A. It's all good. B minor, A in the bass, E minor, and A into the chorus. Speaking of musically interchangeable, if you listen to the album version of this song and then watch the live version that we have, you'll see all 3 of these chords happen for the 4th chord in the progression I'm about to show you. You can either play D, you can play D with an F sharp in the bass, aka the better man chord, right? Big E2 now, G2, B3, or you can play G major 7 with an F sharp in the bass. So you lose your middle finger and the pointer finger goes to the E string 2nd fret. Those all happen depending on which version you're listening to or watching. Here you go. I'll do each of them for you. The first 2 measures are E minor, C, G, regular D, or E minor, C, G, better man chord, or E minor, C, G, major 7. I think I like that one the best, but you choose. Here we go. E minor, C, G, your choice. 2nd time, E minor, C, G, but this time B7. It's my favorite open chord. It's the major 3 of this key of G. It's A2, D1, G2, baby E2. Again, in that live version, he actually plays one of his D chord choices there the 2nd time, but on the album version, it's definitely the B7. And the next go-around is exactly the same. E minor, C, G, B7, followed by C, G, C, G. Let that G ring out. And did you notice I switched to Tom Petty G for that G? I call it Tom Petty G because this is the way Tom Petty always played G. It's ring finger now on E3, middle finger on A2, and pinky finger on baby E3. The reason Tom Petty always did it, and the reason why people play G this way, is because you can play G suspended 4 with your pointer finger on the B string 1st fret. But the reason we're doing it here is because when that G is ringing out, the middle finger is is going to go to D2, and the pointer finger is going to go to B1. Next verse, which you already know. But now I want to back up and talk about that live version. I think there's only one live version of Chris playing this song live on YouTube. If there's more, it's the one with the piano player. And at the end of the chorus, when it's C, G, ring out, the piano player, you might have noticed, plays a very interesting chord, and that chord is G augmented, which we can do if we want. It's going to be E3, E3, and now D1 with your pointer finger. If you didn't notice it, go listen to it. It's fascinating, and I've got no idea whose idea that was, but certainly Chris must have liked it, or else he wouldn't have okayed it. So, C, G augmented. Now, Chris didn't play G augmented. He played regular G, but the piano player did. So, if you want, you can play that. The first time something's different is in the second and the third chorus. This is different. We're going to do our C, G of your choice, not twice, but 3 times. One more time. Then A minor. Lose your ring finger and reach for the A string 2nd fret. We're walking up to C, and then D or D7. Interchangeable, it's D7 on the record, D live, you pick. That brings us to the bridge, which starts with the same walk-up we just discussed, but whereas the last time it happened at the end of the second chorus, the A minor and the walk-up chord got the same amount of time. We could call it 2 beats each. 1, 2, 1, 2 into C. In the bridge, the A minor gets 3 beats, and the walk-up chord gets only 1 beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, G. Second time's the same. Third time starts the same, but this time E minor, and here's another spot where the live version differs from the album version. Live, he played E minor 7 next. On the album version, it's G major 7, and here's the easiest way to play that. I'm going to play E3 and E2. You can add your ring finger to the B string 3rd fret, but I find that difficult to get to. Okay, so you choose E minor 7, or E minor, G major 7 for the 3rd line. Here we go. Whole thing. Walk up. G. Walk up. G. E minor, your choice, then A or A7, ring out, followed by B7. Into the last chorus, which you already know, but the last chorus leads into the outro, so you're going to do your walk up at the end of the last chorus to D or D7, and then it's just G, C, and that C move is going to be hammer on pull off on the D string. With your middle finger, it's right there already. G, C, and live he added G, C, G, C, ended on G. I did not expect to have so much to say about that, but as they say in the old country, that's all there is to say about that. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that was fun and helpful, and I and the Donkey Kong shirt will see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.